People often want to know, can I patent my app? And it's no wonder, with all of the AI and so-called vibe coding tools that are out there now, it's never been easier for someone else to spin up a lookalike version of your idea. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the key requirements in the patent law that are most relevant, so you'll have a good idea if your app is patentable or not. And if at the end you're still unsure, you can use the link below to schedule a free consultation with me. I'm Colton with My Patent Guys, and I'm a registered patent agent, but this video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't be construed as legal advice. And stick around to the end, where I'll show you 3 of the most well-known app patents ever awarded. And a bonus topic, how to start protecting your app today in the fastest way possible. Now let's get started. When people talk about patenting an app, they're often mixing together different types of intellectual property. There's copyright, which can be used to protect the literal source code, the actual written computer language itself. But that won't stop someone else from recreating the functionality of your app, just using a different code. There's trademarks, which can be used to protect your brand, so anything like your app name, your logo, or your app icon. There are design patents, which can be used to protect how your app looks, so how your buttons or menus or icons within the app look. But what most people are typically thinking of, and the protection you're most likely after, is a utility patent. Because utility patents protect how your app works. There are many factors that the Patent Office will consider when examining your patent application. First, of course, they'll check to see if your app already exists somewhere. Then, there are 4 key hurdles that are particularly relevant to software applications that you'll have to overcome. The first hurdle is that the idea is too vague. If what you have is just an app that tracks locations, that won't be enough to get a patent. The Patent Office needs to understand how it works, the steps, the system, and the logic that make the app function. The next hurdle, the idea is too abstract. If you have an app that calculates location using GPS coordinates and some math equations, then you have an idea and even an algorithm, but that's not a patentable invention by itself. To be patentable, you must explain how a real computing system uses that idea, how the data is received, processed, stored, and updated by devices or servers. The next hurdle, the technology is used in a generic way. Even if your app runs on phones, servers, and uses GPS and other hardware, that doesn't automatically make it patentable. If you have an app that, say, tracks a phone's location using its GPS and shows it on a map, and you're using GPS, a server, and a mapping service like everyone else does, that's unlikely to be considered a new invention, even if it's for a new purpose. A patent requires a technical improvement, something that changes how the system operates, like providing better accuracy, faster processing, or some new capability. The improvement must be technical, not just a better business result. And finally, the app only automates a manual process. Turning a manual process into an app isn't enough by itself. In 2022, a court ruled against IBM in a case over a mapping invention related to real estate listings. The app let you draw a shape on a map and show only homes inside the shape on a list. The court ruling said this was just automating the manual task of circling neighborhoods on paper maps and scratching off homes outside them. To be patentable, the app must do more than just replace human effort. It must provide a technical improvement. Now, back to our main question, can I patent an app? Or to rephrase, what can I patent in an app? Hopefully it's clear now that the Patent Office is looking for concrete technical improvements through how your app works. But what constitutes a technical improvement? Anything that changes how the computer itself operates, how it handles data, its performance, how it communicates, how it provides security, or even what it's capable of. A technical improvement means the technology itself can do something it couldn't do before. Let's look at 3 famous apps and see how their technology was patentable. First, we have Zillow, who didn't patent the idea of browsing real estate listings in an app. What they patented was capturing phone videos and sensor data to automatically put together 360-degree virtual tours that let users walk through homes remotely using the app. This patent overcame the hurdles we discussed by providing the technical improvement of automatically putting together a visual tour from video and sensor data. Next, Snapchat didn't patent the idea of sending and deleting messages. What they patented was the system of how disappearing messages work behind the scenes, using volatile RAM memory to hold messages temporarily, then auto-deleting them on triggers, like read by all. This was a new data handling method, providing efficient memory management for temporary content, saving server space and enabling the disappearing feature at scale. And lastly, Amazon didn't patent the idea of online shopping. What they patented was one-click ordering, a specific computing process that securely links user login, payment, and shipping information into a single transaction. That technical process reduced server steps and sped up checkout, a clear technical improvement in how the system operates. These 3 apps were patentable because they solved computing challenges using new technical capabilities. They were more than just new business ideas. Now here's the bonus topic. If you think your app is patentable, then consider filing a provisional application first. A provisional application is faster and cheaper to file. It locks in today's filing date for your core technology, even if some of the app details are still being ironed out. Nothing published or submitted after your filing date can be used to block your patent. And then you'll have 1 year to refine that application into a full utility application. To sum it all up, you shouldn't think about patenting an app. Think of the app as the interface, and the invention is what's happening behind the scenes to enable the app to work. Have you had any experience in patenting apps? Drop us a comment to explain. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with someone you know who's developing their next big app idea. I'm Colton with My Patent Guys, and I'll see you next time.